Hello everyone, welcome to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video in which I take on Dokkan Frontier with the new nodes added in page 5. I will also be taking on the missions to conquer this stage in 4 turns and with 3 entrusted will characters. Now, you might be saying, wait, where's the entrusted will characters on the other side? All 3 of the other characters on the B team on this formation are entrusted will. So in this video, I will be taking on all the new missions added to this Planet Namek Saga Dokkan Frontier. And yeah, Planet Namek Saga. Will this lead up to some kind of Namek Saga celebration in the future, where when Dokkan Frontier climaxes at the climax of this arc, the ending of this arc, the showdown between Super Saiyan Goku and 100% full power final form Frieza? Will they have some type of celebration to honor that? Maybe, maybe not. We'll go ahead and see, but hopefully that is the case, because Namek Saga definitely deserves to have a hype celebration. Thank you, Genyu. I see how much you're doing for the team right now. Okay, nice. Bet. We take that. We take that. We take that. We take that. We're up with my luck right now. After... Anyways. With that being said, if you enjoy this video, please consider liking, and if you enjoy the channel, please consider subscribing if you have not thought about doing so already, so you can stay up to date with all my latest videos. Alright, we are going ahead and doing some more damage here. We should be able to finish this up in the turn count if this is not a multi-phase fight, which I imagine it might not. I hope this is not a multi-phase fight, but we're about to find out. We're about to find out if this is a multi-phase fight, but we're doing a good amount of damage here. We should be fine to go ahead and kill right here, but we'll see, right? If that is the case, then there's something we can go ahead and figure out. But I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know where Frieza's card art would go from this, right? I don't know where it would go from this. Really, I don't think there's another phase here, right? I hope not. But we'll see. If so, we're making good pace, but I don't anticipate another phase. I do not anticipate another phase for this fight. Let's go ahead and bow with a crit, and then do another super attack. Go ahead and get some good crit damage as well. Nice. Boom! And then another super attack. Nice. Let's go. You love to see it. Love to see it. Boop. And then that's it. Yep, it is one phase. So we go ahead and clear up all the missions related to this node. Okay, let's go ahead and see that. Boop, bop, boop. We clear the node mission. And, oh, I didn't even check the SP condition. I'm not even gonna lie. Was that the... Oh, well, whatever. Well, we take that mission. And, oh yeah, we got the Awakening Orb, so we need to go back and do something with Krillin. So right now, we got to get out of crossover here, and then go to Krillin. Boop, right there, boop. And then we go Awaken, Krillin, Train, get you to level 120, boop, boop, bop, boop, bam. And then we go backwards, Let me set it on, boop. Let me go ahead and push. Such a hard decision. There's so many good wallpapers. But I think we go ahead and push it on this one. That's ball. Shout out to Genshin Squad. Just shout out to how good their anniversary celebration was. But let's go ahead and clear node 12 with Krillin on my team. So it says clear node 12, clear node 14, and clear node 16. So let's go ahead and clear node 12 with Krillin on the team. And that would, well, have to include this Krillin. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the enemy info is. It is a one-stage fight, so let's go ahead and clear that with the Krillin on my team. It just says Krillin. Yeah, it is that specific Krillin. It is that specific red Krillin that has to be included on the team. So let's go ahead and include him on the team and beat this fight once more. Now that I went back and got all those conditions settled up. Now that I've settled up with those conditions, I can go back and do this fight once again with the Ginyu Force team to clobber out all those missions. And then once I clobber out all those missions, I can go ahead and move on and do a lot more good things with this team, including but not limited to absolutely clobbering all of the latest stages of Dokkan Frontier. So, with that being said, it should be, a little bit of a relaxer. So I'm going to sit down and say, yeah, we're approaching nearing the end of the Namek saga for Dokkan Frontier. But Dokkan Frontier has had very frequent updates, and I like how they have been structured. I like how frequently content has been coming out, not only because I was like, oh, Dokkan Frontier isn't going to be updated too often, but we'll see. I don't know how it is. We'll see. Dokkan Frontier is getting updated, I'd say, quite often. I'd actually say it is getting updated quite often, or as often as I would want to see updates for Dokkan Frontier. So that is really exciting, right? I think the game mode is the future of Dokkan Battle. It's really more of a chill, relaxing game mode that still has this essence of strategy. It has a little bit of difficulty, but it's like this medium difficult content, right? It's not the most hard thing ever. Besides, a certain couple missions can be a little tricky, but they're not. It's not the hardest thing ever, right? The hardest thing in here was probably, like a dodge mission where you had to dodge every single attack and then beat the stage, right? That was really the hardest thing this event asked you to go ahead and do. But other than that, this is really just medium difficulty content right here. This is not anything crazy tough. So it is really just something fun to have on the side. And that's why I really do think that Geppy and their team, despite, having a rough start with the 11th anniversary to this year, I think this year has been okay, especially with the upgrade on the Saiyan Day LR, but we'll get into that conversation a little bit later on what's going on with the current state of Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle after we go ahead and say, yep, we got Krillin. And then we go ahead and clear, because there's, still missions that we have to progress through. Clear node 14 with that said Krillin on my team. No, we want to clear it with this team, and then we want to boop boop bop. And then how many? It is quite literally just one fight. So we should be able to clean house with this just as effectively as well, so I'm not really too concerned about that. Let's go ahead and clean things up right here. Shouldn't be too tough, shouldn't be too tricky. Now, the overall game plan for how I'm taking this right now is all three of the gacha games that I play on the current basis, I am in big saving mode. Well, one of them I'm still summoning on the rotation, but overall I'm in a saving mode. Overall it's going in a saving direction, right? I'm overall broke. And I might, take that as an opportunity to say, well, here are the things you do when you're broke in a gacha game. Here's how you can cope. And I think that's honestly, and people will be shocked at this, I think that's easiest to do in Dragon Ball Legends. Now, you might be like, whoa, that's preposterous. No, it actually is not. It's not preposterous. Because what is tough and tricky is trying to cope when you're doing a specific mission. It's very easy when you're just doing general content, right? When you're not doing anything specific. When you're doing a specific mission, though, like a specific piece of content, it's very, 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 very hard to cope your way through. Very, 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 very tough. I have learned that the hard way. It's very, very tough to cope your way through. And that's why it's like, oh my gosh, it's PvP. You shouldn't be able to cope through this. Yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. You absolutely can. I have done that. I have ran a PvP team far longer than I should. In this game, you have to have things for specific missions, and you kind of can't get your way out of that too easily. Same thing with Phantom Parade, although you can do a little bit more wiggly wobbly room with how the game is designed, but for the most part, you kind of just need to have specific characters at some point, and that's not the same thing with that game, but just little design differences, right? But overall, I think I'll be fine, especially because I am someone who has a very hard time seeing the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is, well, overall success. You've seen overall success, and you will have overall success, and that is what I need to look at. Hopefully that is a passive effect for the super effective. I think it is. Okay. Bet, because it's negating SA effects right now, which is only the stacking defense part of this, which is not crazy. Alright, and we finish this off as well. But that's kind of the message I want to get across in this video, because I want my videos to, not only be fun and entertaining, but I would also like you to get valuable information and knowledge out of them as well. Okay, so then we clear this floor with Krillin. Okay, where is it required? We're required to have those on the team. Okay, bet. Sure, we're required to have these all that on the team, and then enemy info is we do see a transformation right here, so that's not going to be that good. That's quite good. Maybe we want to flip this around. I'm not even gonna lie, we gonna flip this around. All right, we gonna do boop, bop, and then no. We want to group A. All right, boop, bop, and then okay, bam. Bam. And then we want to do group 2 is boop, boop, boop. Boop. There we go. That's how I want to structure this, right? I want to come with my weak team first. And then let's see what we can do with this. What's the node specific thingamabobbers? Yeah, I want to see the node specific ones. Where's my node specific? Damage reduction rate. Superclass. Wait, hold on. What? Superclass allies. What? Attack and defense 400%. Whoa, what the heck? That's kind of wild. That's a little. Hey, hold on. That's a little crazy. That is a little crazy. That's a little wild, don't you think? Okay, he doesn't have anything. Okay, yeah, he definitely does not have anything, certain specific effects, but I think we can do okay here. We'll probably be fine, especially once I transform with Gohan as well. We should be absolutely great, absolutely amazing to go ahead and do some stuff here. But I think we are kind of cooked a little bit. Not gonna lie, but we're gonna go ahead and try this out. But we do dodge that. We do dodge that. We do dodge. But I think we do get interrupts as well, which is gonna be nice. Or we just dodge. Nice. Okay. Well, that works. Hey, that works. I'm not complaining whatsoever. Not complaining one bit. All right. So we gotta go ahead and time our switches. We want to time our switches. We can take our time with this battle. We don't have any. Well, we can look at the missions later. We just have to, right? General completion. We're gonna look at the missions later. But I think there's You know what? Let's just shut up and really just get into this fight, right? Let's just shut up and yeah, actually just go ahead and get into things. Hold on, yeah, I should take a look at that, right? I should definitely take a look. Well, I mean, we definitely we could, but we definitely can just go ahead and we can just go ahead and do this, right? We can just go ahead and let this fly, right? We can just go ahead and do that, right? I think so. Whoa, what is that key down? How much DPS is he doing? He has 80% damage reduction, right? Yeah, I know. He goes ahead and takes that, though. He does go ahead and take it, though. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We love to see that. And then Gohan should do some good stuff right here, and then we should be able to have some good things flow away, right? And then we go ahead and do this. And we want to exchange eventually. We're going to exchange eventually. And that moment will probably be up next. I think we exchange up next. And then we go ahead and get the Ginyu Force to finish here. And then we can go ahead and keep swapping. Alright, this is a tough stage. So I think we gotta take it with the seriousness that it needs. And then if we have to clop or anything else, we can go ahead and do another part. I don't mind doing that. But we need to think about clearing this intense stage first, and then we gotta, because we can go ahead and take our time. We can go ahead and transform with Gohan to get into the Piccolo state, and then we can go ahead and, be a little bit more canon with it, and then get things going with Piccolo as well, which is going to be what we do right here as well, which is actually quite convenient. We can go ahead and early transform there, and then after that transformation, we go ahead and get in this, get in here. We go ahead and transform this, nice, and then we go ahead and then we get in here. Superclass allies attack and defense 600, 8 superclass allies. It's all this attack and defense, and then we go ahead and get in here, and then go ahead and just get into it, right? We go ahead and get into things. We go ahead and do all this damage, and then we go ahead and get on into the next phase. But I think we should be good. We should be good. Additional attacks will be disabled, but he does do 25 million. He does do 25 million, which is insane for Dokkan Frontier. That's actually kind of wild. That's actually kind of wild. And we see the KO screen. We see the KO screen for this character as well. But we definitely do not want to be caught right here, because this is all out power. We want to definitely perform that group exchange. We definitely want to perform that group exchange. I don't think we need to do the sub out, and I don't think we need to do the sub in. I think we reduce all that to 0. Nope, absolutely. We say nope, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope, I do not think so. We are subbing out. We are using my sub out to the advantage fully, and then we go ahead and I don't think we activate this right here. I think we activate it with the other. I think we activate it with Piccolo. I think we get that off with Piccolo. I don't think we get off the Dokkan attack just yet, but I think I'll regret that later. But we don't get off the Dokkan attack. we go ahead and keep it pushing. We go ahead and keep things pushing. We go ahead and keep things moving. Well, he definitely gets shredded by Ginyu Force. I'll say that. Definitely gets shredded by Ginyu Force over here. We can definitely attest to that. I should have let Jason Birder take some of the attacks, but I don't. No, they don't need to dodge, right? Yeah, they don't need to go ahead and dodge. And if you use a Dokkan mode, remember, you should have said, well, hold on, wait a minute. Blah, blah, blah. If you use a Dokkan mode with Piccolo, well, hold on, if I use a Dokkan mode with Piccolo, then I would have to commit to that turn. And I didn't really want to commit to that turn, like, at all. I would have been team wiped right there if it didn't guaranteed finish, which, that was a risk that I really wasn't willing to take right there. That really wasn't something that I was planning or really wanting to do. I was really wanting to make good use of my switching and having two really impressive teams that can work with me in Dokkan Frontier. So that is quite emphatically what I'm doing right now. That is quite emphatically what I'm doing right now. To the fullest of my effects and abilities, we are getting some very, very, very good stuff flowing with this team and this event. And of course, we are using Krillin in the event stage he was designed for, he has effects for, and we get the mission for that done, as well as beating the stage, which hopefully that's it, because this stage is really quite tough. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely has been, I wouldn't say as much tough as it was long, but it's definitely been a tough fight. I've definitely appreciated this for sure. So let me go ahead and beat this phase, and then we might want to switch back, and then after I switch back, I can hit the Dokkan mode, and then after I hit the Dokkan mode, we can go ahead and wipe from there, right? We can go ahead and team wipe from there. If Ginyu isn't a bum and actually doesn't sell me right here, we can actually do what we need to do, right? If Ginyu does not sell, Ginyu won't sell, right? Trust me, Genyu's not going to sell me. He's not going to forfeit my life and just absolutely sell me right here, right? No, he's not. Trust. Woo! I bet we go ahead and keep it pushing, though. We keep it pushing because we definitely don't want to switch right now, because we have, this intensity meter build up, and we definitely want to time my switches right to have the charge of the intensity meter very, very, very specifically. Now, I would only use a 3 charge if you're trying to speedrun, but if you're not trying to speedrun, there's not really a reason to use the 3 charge, to be perfectly honest with you. Even the 2 charge is very, very expensive to go ahead and use, so you want to try and do some good stuff like this, where you can go ahead and form a group exchange, activate the Dokkan attack,
time to get serious,
activate this Dokkan mode state, and then after I get into this zone state right here, where I just go ahead and lock in, absolutely destroy with a lot of damage. A lot of damage, actually. A lot of damage. Yeah, 45 mil. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta do a lot of. That's some numbers. That's definitely numbers. Okay, that is definitely numbers for sure. There's most definitely good numbers. There's most definitely good stuff. Good numbers by Piccolo. We absolutely do take that. And then we get 30 million by Piccolo. Nice. Yeah, nice. Really good stuff. Really good stuff from these Namek Saga units. And then we get the KO screen once more. And then we finish up. Did this node have any specific missions? Oh, thank goodness, no, it did not. No, it did not. No, that did not. We don't have any specific missions here. We just have the general missions right there. And then we have that completed, and then there should be some more node missions around here. Is there any new node missions? Just making sure that there isn't, okay? Alright, so that's gonna be good. Okay. Include Note 17 once with at least 2 Bond Master Disciple. Tier 10 million or more damage with this attack. Include Note 17 with Dende on your team. So let's go ahead and see what we gotta do. We require... Okay, let's go ahead and do... Hold on, we gotta do this. We gotta do this right. We gotta do this right. Genu, and then we go ahead and take Piccolo. What, does he have the highest use skill of Namekians? No, he does not. Pandemic side up. We gotta take this, we gotta take that, and then we gotta take Dende. Int, SSR, Dende. We gotta take all 3 of these into this battle mission right here. Mission, deal 10 million or more damage with a single attack, and I think I can do that. I think that's fairly reasonable. Enemy info, intensity level, that's not too bad. Okay, we go ahead. Wait, we're required to use a Piccolo. We're required to use a Piccolo. But we have to use 2 Bond Master and Disciple characters, right? 2 Bond Master and Disciple characters. I definitely do not need to use this. Master and Disciple. Yep, if we can do it, we're gonna do this instead. I think we do this instead, right? We definitely try to do that, and then we definitely act out his hidden potential for sure. And after that, I think that's the team. I think that's the play. I think that is the play for sure. Let's check out, if we have any hidden missions I didn't go ahead and do here, But I think we're good. I think there's not any surprise missions coming up here. I'm not even gonna promise that this is not gonna be long, because it most definitely is. Okay, what's the EX condition? With Blades of Restraint Krillin on my team as well, so we got to do that as well. There's a lot of conditions on here. There's quite a few. I've noticed there's quite a few where we have to. You know what? We do this first. Yeah, we do this first. Yeah, we do this first, right? Yeah, we do this first, and then, and only then, we do what we need to do elsewhere. But don't we want to go ahead and hold on? Does he have good node stats? If so, I probably use the other Piccolo because this guy has good node stats. No, it's just. Talk about good node stats. Like, holy, what the? Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, why not? 2,000% attack and defense. That sounds good. That sounds good, right? What is the transformation condition? Assembly for nail starting from the 5th turn style battle. Okay, cool. Great. Okay, but we get the Krillin mission. We're gonna try this 2 times, right? We're gonna try this twice. We're gonna do this event twice. We're going to do this event once, and then we are going to do this again. We're going to do this again to get the Krillin mission. So we're doing this in total twice because it doesn't make sense to do both these missions at the same time. It makes sense to do them in order. It makes sense to do these in an ordered fashion instead of all at once, especially because this fight doesn't seem that hard. I mean, 2,000 attack and defense, that should be okay, but knowing even the Dragon Ball Daima units have proved that even 2,000% attack and defense is not that insane if you start at like this low level, but it should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. Should be very, very good and very, very canon compliant to use all these niche units, and I like that, right? And I really do say I'm not mad at us having to use all these hyper specific units, and then what if you don't have the unit to complete that? Well, you can honestly just thug it out. Thugging it out is like not that hard. Really just Okay, well, I just don't have the unit. It is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? You know, I'm not really tripping, not really threatened over that, not, you know, not gonna lose sleep over that, because it's not that important. It's not that vital to the plan. It really is not. But we're just gonna lose out on some node missions if it required that character, because you have to have the character to get the node missions, which, I mean, that makes sense, right? If it's demanding the sticker for the character, and if you don't have the character, that doesn't really make much sense, right? You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and finish up this amazing video with a couple of missions, a couple of stages, right? We're gonna go ahead and try a couple more, and we might save the EXs for their own video. We might do that. I think so. Because it's getting sunny outside as well. Is it? I think so. I think it just stopped raining pretty heavily as well. So, I mean, it definitely emotionally feels like that, right? It definitely feels like the rain has come up, the rain has stopped, things are going super well. You know, despite things, you know, really not going the best in some other aspects, we still keep pressing forward, right? And I think that is a lesson that I want to carry home today. And I think there's, I know, things to learn from me, things to learn what to do, and definitely sometimes things to learn what not to do, because I am not going to say, well, I'm always correct. No, there's definitely things to learn that are like, well, don't do what I just did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I think we want to switch once we get to the point where, like, turn 5, we want to switch. 5. I think we want to switch turn 5. Turn 5 is when we want to switch out to the other side. And then we can see what nail-infused Piccolo does. What does this transformation state look like? I mean, turn 5 is a very bad condition. It's not great, but it's not the worst ever. Okay, what's this? Evasion will be disabled. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's really not. It's really not that bad. What is it? Additional attacks will be disabled. That's fine. But what is the assimilation state? It's an assimilation state. Ooh! Yeah, that looks good. That's definitely going to be a nice way to finish off this phase. Okay. Well now, that looks quite, that looks quite juicy. That looks quite juicy way to finish off. No, wait, hold on. I'm kind of getting violated over here. Wait a minute. Kind of getting violated over here. I mean, if this team formation dies, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. We can just go ahead and go in with the Namekian setup. And then we can have us transform with Nail and Piccolo to go into Nail Piccolo. It's going to be alright. Nice damage at Jason Boder, by the way. What the heck? Sheesh. Hitting 10 million in Dokkan Frontier? Hello? W? Hey, taking double digits from that's nice. Double digit normals would take that. Do take that. Boop. And we go ahead and boop, 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 boop. And some more. How about some more damage? I think we just do this again, right? Or we could just. I don't know. I think we sub out now. I want to see what the 2000 attack and defense is looking like. Not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. We let it ride. I'm not even gonna lie. We let it ride. We do let it ride. We let it ride. We let it ride. Yep, he's dead. Nice. Oh, whoa, where'd my key go? Where did my key go? What the heck? Yeah, I have no key right now. That's not good. That's not great. That's not amazing. Oh, hold on. Kinda wanna switch out. So if I don't die, that would be great. Be really great if I did die right now. I think we do save the EX stages for next video. I think we do go ahead and save the EX stages. Because I think it's going to be a little bit too long. Alright, hold on. Nope, we just performed the group exchange. I'm not even going to mess with Genyu right here. And then, yep, we go ahead and get that passive transformation off immediately. And we see how much damage this does. Not even worried about that right now. Let's go ahead and get this off. Feel the pain of the Namekians. I can see that being 10 million. What? 10 million attack stat. What's the Dokkan attack looking like though? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. We could have got more damage if we transformed right there. We could have got a little bit more damage if we were damage maxing, but you know. It is what it is. It is indubitably what it is. It is indubitably what it is. It is 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 what it is. Okay. Let's go. Sheesh. Taking a lot of damage right there. But we'll go ahead and finish this up. Alright, we finish this up. Do a lot of, do very, very good things right here. Nice, okay.
With each and every transformation,
Power and every transformation, my power increases considerably. And still I have 2 more forms beyond this one.
I have 2 more forms beyond this one.
And then we go ahead and finish out. Yay! And then we get some Dokkan Frontier missions. We get all these missions done. Nice. And then what I'm gonna finish out this video with is we have, character effects. Let's see the character effects. Well, we got 1 character effects, which is this one. Effects will be applied to the character name. Oh, I didn't even notice. That's rainbow. That's rainbow. That's nice. That is quite nice. That is quite good. We love to see it. And then these special effects. Oh, these are coming later, I assume. Clear a certain stage of 17-1. Oh, that's in the EX mission right here. Yeah, no, that's in the stage of download. So let's go ahead and try the EX condition, which is Blazer Constraint Krillin on the team. Okay. I think we do what we did for that previous clear here, and then we go ahead. Yeah. I think we go ahead. I think we go ahead with it. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. Like most Dokkan Frontier videos that I have created. Yeah, it's fine. Is that number 1 definitely turns out to be a longer endeavor than I thought it would be, and number 2, factoid number 2 is that it went super successfully and I was able to complete whatever all I want to complete, right? All that I want to complete and do is what I managed to go ahead and complete and do. So that's going to be pretty good. But part 2 to completing the most recent content might be a little bit tougher than this because I'm doing, well, the EX stages, and the EX stages are going to be, I expect, quite a bit harder than the regular stages. So, wish me luck on that. But, yeah, this is going to be really, really, really nice and really, really awesome to go ahead and have done. And I really, really, really like this game mode, and I really think it's quite fun as medium tier content. Ooh, don't go ahead and start selling me now. It's a little bit too early in the run to be selling. Whoa. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit too early in the run to start pulling all that. Like, no, let's not do that. How about let's not do all that? Let's not. I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good off that. Let's not do all that. Let's not do all that. Yep, let's go ahead and get some good stuff with. Well then, yep, let's go ahead and get some good stuff. Nice. Go ahead and boop, 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 boop. Alright, if he doesn't sell me on the high chances, we can finish right here. Do we want to? Probably not. He did sell me. Nice. That's actually really great. We actually love to see that. We actually appreciate that, because what that means for us right here is we can go ahead and have things roll on quite nicely as we go into this next phase. As we go and travel into this next phase, we can do stuff quite nicely. We can go ahead and have things move for me quite nicely. Okay, I don't think we do switch here, though. I don't think we do. Wait, actually? Yeah, we do. Because we want to do this. We want to do this right here. Yep, okay, nice. And then we do this, and then we get the attack off next turn. Nice. Okay, that's gonna be pretty good. Wait, what? Piccolo, you should be not a bum. You shouldn't be a bum like that. What? Should not be a bum. You should definitely not be a bum. He's being a bum right now. He's being a bum. He's being a fraud. He's being a bum. He just frauded me. Oh, how dare you fraud me? Yeah, no. Wait, fuck.
Time to get serious.
What happened? I thought he had. I thought, okay. Oh, well, I guess. No, whatever. I guess. I guess that's just how it is, right? I guess, sure, whatever. You know, it is what it is. I guess. I guess. Whatever. Okay. Anyways, let's get back into it. Let's get back to it. We should be able to defeat. And with the Ginyu Force right here, so we We should still have it, but wow, that's something. That's definitely something. That's definitely something. Dodge, nice. Very, 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 very good. And then after this, I'll go ahead and wrap things up and get on out of here. And then we'll leave the EX missions when we get to the EX missions, which will be next time on Dokkan Frontier. So look forward to that, but I don't want to make this video too long. But I want to have all the EX stages unlocked before I have the EX video. So this is the normal stage video, and the next video will be the EX stage video, because that might take a while. That might take, you know, a long time to complete the EX stages, and I don't want to have videos go on for too long. Generally, I don't think I can justify these videos being over an hour. Other than certain specific videos, like I think Legends Anniversary had all those videos be an hour long, just because there was a lot of good stuff to talk about. It was really good stuff, really, really, really good stuff. But that's that. I can't believe that was almost a year ago. So that's gonna be very, very interesting. That I'm gonna be living this broke life for real, but. Come on, fire another super attack. Fire another super attack. Fire a super attack. Ooh. Never mind. We're gonna. You know what? I think that's a lot of content. I think that's good to just end there on the loss. I'm not gonna lie. We end there on the loss. Yeah, no, this event can be tough. This event can be tricky. So we're gonna end right there. We're gonna end it. We're gonna end it right there. We are definitely gonna end it. All right, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. And until next Dragon Ball Z and Dokkan Battle video. Oh. Bye.